Hello and welcome along to another episode of our little quiz, You're the Ref, based on the book You Are the Ref, which we are very big fans of, despite the two characters who created it causing us a few problems. But the book, nonetheless, is very good. The premise, each week we ask 3 refereeing scenarios relating to a particular footballing player or personality, and Craig and Charlie work out what they would do if they were the referee. Now, they've got to match the answers of Keith Hackett, not Howard Webb, who signed the book and told us that he's the World Cup final referee, FA Cup. I'm selling his achievements short. I'm sure he did that as well at some point. However, each week, one of you picks a page number, and this time it was Charlie's turn. He went for page 12.
I've gone low.
And he has got one of the greatest players of the last generation. And that man is Kaka.
Interesting.
Oh, very good player, Kaka.
What's the drawing of Kaka like?
Very good. Very
okay.
good. I can't show it because last time I got threatened with being sued, but I will show you off camera afterwards.
Thank you.
I will leave no legal stone unturned. On to number 1. Let's see how well you do. A goalkeeper punches the ball clear at his near post, but gets his boot snagged in the netting. Who would have thought it? His foot is hopelessly tangled. Not just tangled, it is hopelessly tangled, okay? He watches helpless, I think he means he watches helplessly, as the striker taps the ball into the unguarded goal. What do you award? So basically, can you do anything about the keeper getting his foot tangled in the net?
I'm going to say no, you can't.
No, you cannot. No.
I don't think.
But actually, it's a funny thing, yeah. What if, I know obviously this situation is unique, but what if a defender boot got caught in the net? Is he technically playing everyone onside?
Oh gosh, I mean there was a question once, wasn't there, and I'm hoping my memory doesn't let me down again, where someone stepped off the pitch to try and catch him offside. So I assume it's no different to that.
I wouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't try and remember the answer to that one. Probably won't help you, based on last week.
I'm going to say goal.
I think it has to be. It has to be a goal, but there's a niggling part of me that is a bit like, why is this a question? Because it seems far too straightforward. And Keith Hackett is an enigma shrouded in mystery, so I'm not sure. But I'm going to have to say goal, I think.
So you're both in agreement with this one?
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's probably the first time in a long while that both of you have been supremely confident with an answer. Now, what we need to work out is whether that confidence is misplaced or not. Now, I've got some good news for you. Your confidence is not misplaced. Okay? This is the goalkeeper's problem, not yours, according to Keith Hackett. He hasn't been fouled and he hasn't been impeded. He has become caught in the net as a result of his own actions. So, unfortunately, he's just unlucky. The opposition has done nothing wrong. It's a goal, even if the keeper is injured, which he shouldn't be from getting caught in the net, quite frankly. Craig, no more comments, please. We have no more editing time. It has happened so fast that you wouldn't have had time to assess whether or not to stop the game for a serious injury anyway. So it's something that's come up a couple of times before, which is you should have got there before this happened. But in this situation, there's no possible way. The ball's been tapped in straight after. The goalkeeper getting caught in the net, as you mentioned rightly, what can you do about it? It's not your fault.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I suppose it was that time with Di Canio, wasn't it, when he caught the ball? It wasn't the referee who stopped the game when the keeper went down. Was it Paul Gerrard? No, might be someone else.
It was Paul Gerrard.
But yeah. But no, I remember that after the answer, which is no good for this quiz. But anyway, I think as questions go, that was a tap in. But
so I guess you're
let off the hook that easy.
You're right there, Charlie, to be honest, because you're basically relying on sportsmanship to save the day there. Yeah. Now, we're co-hosting a podcast with Craig Savage, so there's no point in us even talking about that, is there?
Hey, I'm a very good sportsman. It's just at Pro no.
I will, next time I'm allowed to go and attend a Crawley Green Reserves game, I will get some footage of Craig being sporting. Okay, for our viewers.
I'm pretty sure the last vlog with Crawley Green versus Cranfield was very sporting of me.
I believe I do have 2 unseen clips of you screaming about the referee, but we will save your blushes on this occasion because the rest of it is not audible.
No, you're the ref. Right.
But on to number 2. Now, this one, I'm a little bit concerned about where Kaka's going to feature because we've got a picture of a manager in a coat getting unhappy with a referee. And to my knowledge, Kaka hasn't been a manager yet, but we'll wait and see. An outfield player is on a yellow card. His team, 4-0 up, have made all 3 substitutions. But his manager is worried that the player is still being reckless and is destined to be sent off.
Oh, no.
He calls you over and says he wants to withdraw the player and voluntarily go down to 10 men. You know his side have a massive relegation 6-pointer the following week. What is your decision? This is a tough one.
If I know anything about Keith, though, he doesn't do emotions. So I think
very good.
The whole 6-pointer thing to Keith is irrelevant.
I know it's not
got a game coming up.
I know it's not my job to give the answers here, but my immediate thought as soon as I read that, having not looked at the answer yet, was if this was allowed, surely this would happen quite a bit. That's my only thought there, but I don't mean to play you.
I'm sure I've seen this in local football, though. I'm sure that someone's been substituted off but not put someone back on. Because they've gone to make a sub and then the bloke who wants to come on's walked off in a strop or something. So,
but I guess you take players off with an injury precaution who are probably well enough to carry on.
Well, this is what I was just about to say, and I didn't want to say it yet because I think you two will probably say, "Oh, it's your sportsmanship." But I would
Sorry, what was that?
I would say, why don't you just pretend to go down injured and then just come off and then play the rest of the game with 10 men? That's just.
The midfield is too proud to do that.
We're getting awfully.
From a managerial term, I would have done that. But from a referee point of view, it's up to his discretion, really. To be honest, Craig, I think you're getting a bit close to the territory. Was it Harlequins in the rugby with the blood capture? I think you're getting quite close to that. Dudgate. Hey, they make those injuries. I think what will feature in Keith's answer is that the fact that they've got a set relegation 6-pointer is irrelevant to you. That has no bearing on your decision. That will definitely feature because he's a bit of a emotionless person like that. Apart from when it comes to suing us, but anyway. So I think if he wants to take the player off, I'm sure I've seen this in local football. I'm pretty sure he can. I'm going to go that if he wants to take him off, I think he can take him off. Just carry on with the game. With your permission. It's if he takes him off without your permission, we have an issue. I think. So you can I just check you're both in agreement that you are permitted as the manager to take him off as long as the referee has been informed? I think so. Because I'm sure I've seen that in local football. I'm sure I have. Yeah, I agree. I'll have to agree. But Keith will scold us about the 6-pointer thing not being relevant. Now, I'm going to give the initial answer straight away, which is that you're both correct. So you both got a point on the board. However, I am taking an unprecedented action in this unprecedented time. And I am going to award, in what I believe is the 14th episode, the first bonus point of the series. Because one of you has mentioned a sentence that is directly written in the answer. And that man is Charlie Betts. Yeah, that worked me. So the first sentence here... You just want Charlie to win. We know. I don't. But it was so uncanny that it had to be mentioned. The first sentence is, the fact that you believe the manager is attempting to protect his side for a forthcoming crucial relegation match is not relevant. It is word for word. It is incredible. I don't know. I can't accept the bonus point on that. I appreciate it. No. Accept it. And move on. I'll move on. You accept it. To my understanding, neither of you have got a choice what the scoring system is. I believe this is a dictatorship. However... All right, Boris, calm down. However... You simply have to follow the laws of the game, and a manager is perfectly entitled to reduce his own team in this way. Which I didn't ever know was written in the laws, but there you go. I didn't know it was written in the laws. I'm sure I've seen it, though, where someone's been subbed without another one coming on. Bizarre, though, isn't it, really? I just thought you'd see that a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, just bung the lad up front, then get on with it. We move on to number 3. Got off injured, as I said previously. Just got off injured. So I'm injured. Boom. I guess that probably does happen a fair amount, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. Then no problems. We'll move on. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, why at 4-0 up, you can't just tell your player not to be reckless? I don't know. But, we'll carry on. It's because some players are stupid. Yes. Number 3. And again, I'm a little bit annoyed at this because we're talking about one of the greatest number 10s of the last 20 years. Brilliant player. And now we've gone from a manager to... a throw-in situation. Kaka can take throw-ins. Well, I'm sure he can, but I don't think he was renowned for that. But here we go. A player takes a throw-in. He completes it legally. Okay? Right. No problem so far. But you and the opposition notice that both his feet are in the field of play, with just the back of each heel touching the line. Opponents protest. Do you play on or give a foul throw? So let me just confirm the situation with the feet. All of his feet
are in front of or on the line. His heels on the line, his feet in front. Nothing is behind the line.
But his heels are on the line.
His heels are on the line.
So if he's on the line, is his heel actually touching the ground, or are they sticking up?
His heel is on the line. His heel is not hovering above the line.
Right,
His heel is on the line. Can you please listen? Please.
It's the only technical terms. It's legal.
So you've gone legal. I thought
I've taken many throws with my foot, my toes past the line.
Well, you might be getting a lot of retrospective yellow cards in a minute. The Beds FA love a yellow card, so you be careful there.
No, I'm sure your foot can't be over the line. So I think it's a foul throw. However, the issue you've got
still technically not over the line.
No, but I don't think it can break that plane. Is that what they call it? Like a plane that is in not a plane, but like a plane that is in like a straight sort of.
Can I stop. Look, I basically asked you the easiest question so far, which is it a foul throw if your feet are on the line, or do they need to be behind it? And you're talking about fucking planes.
No, because his feet are over the line. So no, I think it's a foul throw.
But his heel is
not
all his foot is.
I can't see how you'd be allowed to have part of your foot over the line in the field of play from a throw-in. So for me, foul throw. So are we allowed to bring it back and say it's a foul throw? Or was the ball already in play and all of that?
Well, you can, but you have to bring. If you're going by that, you have to bring it back.
Do you play on? The question is, do you play on or do you give a foul throw? So Charlie is clearly given a foul throw.
Foul throw, because I don't think any of your foot is allowed to be in the field of play for it.
Now, Craig, you suggested that it wasn't.
Is this the third question?
It is.
I've lost this anyway.
Well, you hinted that you thought it was legal at first.
Because you've given him the bonus point.
Well, take the bonus point out. Take the bonus point out.
No, keep it. Accept it. Move on. His foot's not... It's still... No,
you were convinced.
legal.
I'm going legal.
I'm going legal.
I think your foot can be on the line and up to the line, but not past the line.
Yeah, but his foot's still technically on the line.
No, you're totally... No, but none of your foot can be in the field of play. It can't cross that white bit, the plane.
Well, I've seen many, many throws in the park.
Dan, who's right?
I want to ask you one quick question before I give the answer, Craig. Had you not needed a point to level the scores, what would you have said?
I still probably said legal.
Okay. Well, I can confirm that despite the bonus point, Charlie Betts is now 4 episodes without a victory because Craig Savage has got the correct answer. I've done you 2 weeks in a row now.
Your foot can be over the line.
The heel's still part of the foot.
Let me give you the full Keith Hackett answer, and then Charlie, I know you like to finish these episodes irate, so let me give you the answer, and you can rant away to see us out. Ignore the complaints from the opponents. It's a valid throw. As long as part of each foot is in contact with the touchline, then a throw-in is legal. It's your job as referee. That didn't help, Craig. It's your job as referee to watch the player's hands to make sure he is throwing in the correct way. And it's your assistant's job to watch his feet to make sure he is behind or touching the touchline. The main throwing offences referees have to watch out for are illegal one-handed throws and ball boys only making towels available to the home sides.
Right, 2 things I want to pick up there. Firstly, I've never seen anyone try and throw a ball in with one arm in a football match ever at any level. I mean, that's a ridiculous thing. But anyway,
turn it into shot put.
Basketball.
Yeah, but who's ever tried that though? Who's ever actually tried to do that? Like, secondly, if you did this in local football, if you took a throw, and Craig as a manager, you would be livid if you saw a throw where someone's foot was over the line. Even if their heel was touching it, you would go absolutely bananas. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. Because if you have size 15 feet, you've got an advantage. That's ridiculous. Absolutely. Your foot, it should be like the javelin. Your foot comes up to the line, can't go beyond it.
Is that why Craig's throw-ins are so long? Because he's basically in the box with his big feet.
He's got massive... It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. And this isn't even Keith Hackett's fault. This is the rules. That is absolutely ludicrous. I'm sorry. Because it's impossible to try and take a throw and keep your heels on the floor anyway. Stupid.
Well, Charlie Betts...
Can I just say, I can understand, because I agree what Charlie has said about if I was a manager and I'm saying it's a foul throw, but then obviously if I'm taking the throw and someone shouts foul throw, I'll tell them to do one. But... and
that's where it's wrong!
But at the end of the day, it's legal. Unbelievable. It's legal.
I'm sorry, because normally I have my dinner after we record these, and Twice now I've gone down for my tea being really pissed off because of Keith Hackett. I'm just sorry, that's a stupid rule. I can't understand how you can have your feet in the field of play when you're taking a throw in.
I think we better leave it here before Charlie works himself into a frenzy or a meltdown, one of the two. But it is great for the second time in 3rd weeks to finish on such pandemonium. But Craig Savage remains undefeated in 4, though Charlie has managed to nick a point this time. So, with that, it's 3-3. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let us know in the comments what you think of the final decision. Was it as startling as Charlie seemed to think? Subscribe to the channel for regular content from the podcast. We've got weekly episodes from this series. We've also got our coaching diaries every Sunday, and every Wednesday an interview from a football player, past or present. Thank you very much for watching. You can follow us over on Twitter at HonestFootball3, and fingers crossed we will see you next time.